Hello and welcome to my channel, Chronicles of a Crony. This channel is for people with Crohn's, people who have family members with Crohn's, and people who just want to know a little bit about Crohn's and the day in the life of somebody who has Crohn's. My name is Tammy. I have Crohn's, which is an autoimmune disease that affects the uh, gastrointestinal system, mainly the colon, but you can have all type of issues from your eyes all the way to your feet. My last video, I was going into my last week of keto and gluten free. I did pretty good on the keto and gluten free diet. I lost 15 pounds and I lost some inches as well. I went from a extra large to a large, so I'm glad for that. And my last week was a trying week. Since then, I have not made a video. I haven't made a video probably in about 4 weeks, maybe 5, because I have been battling with my Crohn's because unfortunately I've had another flare-up. I had been in remission since October of last year when I had a partial colon resection where the doctor cut out a portion of my colon and then resected it to a different part of my colon to get the disease portion out so that I can start feeling better. Well, from October 2019 until maybe about a month or 2 ago, I started having symptoms. I started being nauseous, no appetite, the big D, which is, so anytime you hear me say big D, that's what that is. And pain, stomach pain. Anyone who knows about nausea knows sometimes you feel like if you just can throw up, you'll feel better. Not the case with Crohn's. You just feel nauseous all the time, and then you throw up, and then you feel nauseous some more, and then you throw up some more until you have nothing left to throw up, and then you dry heave because you have nothing left to throw up, and then you still feel nauseous. So hey, I have probably been to the hospital about 4 times. I went to the hospital this past Wednesday because I wasn't feeling well. Started feeling lightheaded, like I was gonna pass out. I was nauseous. I was having sharp pains through my head and through my stomach. When I got to the hospital, I was throwing up. The nausea was so bad, they gave me Zofran, which did not work. And they ended up giving me Haldol, which is an antipsychotic, which sometimes is used for to treat acute nausea and vomiting when it can't be controlled. So that was scary, but I feel better now. And then I wanted to kind of talk a little bit, so that's that. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the COVID and the schools opening up. Now, everyone can't stay home with their children, and that I understand. So know that this is my channel. These are my opinions. I do not put my opinions on anyone else. Your children, your business, your life, your decisions. Hey, I don't judge you because I understand being a mother, sometimes you are between a rock and a hard place with what you have to do with your children, and not just a mother but a father as well. So my oldest daughter is quarantining. She works at Publix. Someone ended up with COVID at Publix, so she is currently quarantining. for 14 days from Publix. My 19-year-old daughter, who is a student at UNF, she was an on campus living student, which means she stayed in the dorms on the campus here in Jacksonville at University of North Florida. She wanted to get the full college experience, so on campus is what she wanted to do. I enjoyed her being on campus because she's a little hermit, so I kind of saw her starting to come out of her shell. She's been home since spring break, and they've been doing hybrid learning pretty much. So they have Zoom meetings for class, and then they have full online portions as well. So UNF sent a email, and it was a disclosure saying that they could not guarantee that you would not end up with COVID from living in the dorms, yada yada yay. And so they gave them a chance to get out of their contracts, their own campus living contracts. And so my daughter opted, after she read the, I think it was like maybe 5 or 6 long little, I don't know if it was pages or, we on a computer, so it might have been 2 or 3. However, I read it myself, and pretty much it was them pretty much making a full disclaimer, like, look, in a nutshell, if you catch COVID, it's not our fault. It's not our maintenance people fault. We not promising you that they're cleaning to COVID standards, because we can't look over them. We can't just stand and watch over them, even though that is the rules that we're implementing. We can't promise you won't end up with the COVID. And so after reading that and carefully thinking about it, my daughter decided to pull out of her on-campus living contract, which was smart, and it was right on time to me, because she just purchased her own car, yay, which was a blessing. So now, hold on a second. So now she can commute back and forth. She has a dependable car. She paid cash, and she paid me for insurance, so I'm thankful for that. And then they also are offering hybrid classes as well, so she'll probably continue hybrid learning. Because she goes through the summer as well, she is now a sophomore. Well, she's finishing up her first semester as a sophomore from the summer session. So I'm very proud of her. She continues to get her bright futures. She continues to get a scholarship from the school. And she has not had to get any loans since the first semester that she was there, because they had to get everything straight. And so now, actually, this semester, since she's not staying on campus, we can actually take her refund money that she's gonna get from the up and coming semester and pay off her loan. So I'm very thankful for that. So prayerfully, she keeps her grades up so that she can continue getting this free money that's out here. Now for my little children, my son is a little different. He wants to go back to school. He goes to First Coast High School, and we've been having conversations. They're talking about maybe 2 days a week, and then the other 3 days doing team homeroom or whatever, the online learning that they did for the rest of the year. Not really convinced about that, not really sure about that, because he's gonna go to school, come home, and bring me something, and I don't want it. My elementary school kids are definitely not going back to school. We're gonna do Duval homeroom, uh, which is what they were on for the last semester after spring break of last year. My girls did really well on the Duval homeroom. They are self-starters. They do what they need to do. Now, my fifth grader, she is being serviced for gifted, and her gifted teachers kept in touch with her, and they did projects over the Duval homeroom as well. I'm not sure how they're gonna have that set up when school starts this time. But I've had, I just can't. I am a parent who I am home. I do not work. I'm an at-home mom, so I can homeschool my children. I'm here. I don't have to worry. I don't have latchkey kids who, they come home and nobody's home. I'm here with a full home cooked meal when they get home. But all parents are not able to do that, and that I understand. And so you have to evaluate your situation to see what is best for you and your children. So I'm thankful that I can stay home and I can be home with them because, as most of you know, with Crohn's, it's an autoimmune disease. So it's very easy for me to, if I come in contact with any illness, it's very easy for me to contract any type of disease. And I also have asthma, which COVID is not good for people with asthma. And then I have Crohn's, which is an autoimmune disease. And I just, I've seen too many videos of people who are sick, and I don't want it. And so I just ask that you guys just all be safe as you can. Until I really want the school board to just make sure that they're making the right decisions as far as opening schools. And I know it's not up to Dr. Green. I know it's the big wig down in Tallahassee who is bosom buddies with whatever the governor's name is. I just like the president, I will not even give them respect of calling their name. But anyway, I just want you guys to stay safe, safe as you can, as safe as you can, and wear your mask if you're able to wear a mask. If not, wear a shirt over your face. You don't have to just wear a mask. You can wear different things over your faces when a mask is not comfortable for you. I have asthma. I haven't had any issues with wearing a mask outside when I go outside. And trying to see, is there anything else that I needed to touch on? Oh, and beware of some of these tests. One of my daughters, we all went and got tested at First Coast High School, and we all tested negative last Wednesday. She was retested on Friday at the UF Pavilion, because she was going to have a oral procedure done on Monday. However, they called her on Monday and told her that unfortunately she couldn't come because she had COVID. Well, she had no symptoms, nothing. So I'm like, you are the most dangerous type. You need to stay in your room because you're asymptomatic and you have the corona. And so I said, well, let's just be sure. I said, because that's mighty strange that you tested negative on Wednesday and then you didn't go anywhere and then you tested positive on Friday. So on Monday, she went back to First Coast and got retested. And then she and I both went down to the Department of Health on West 6th Street and were tested. Well, our test came back on yesterday, and both of her tests are negative. So her doctor said that she's negative. So you guys have to be careful of these results, because some of them are false positives. So I would just say, just get a second and a third opinion before you just take it, that you have COVID, especially if you're not having any symptoms. Now, people who are having symptoms and then you go get tested and you're positive, I can understand that. But like I said, my daughter, we went and got tested. She had no symptoms. We were just going to get tested just to see what our results would be. And then she went and got tested because it was a pre-screen test that she had to have in order to go to the oral surgeon. And she got a false positive. So you guys be very careful with that, because we were in here afraid. She was in here walking around looking like a astronaut with gloves, mask, everything, because she did not want to get me sick. So you guys be careful. Click like, click share, subscribe to my channel. I'll be coming back, just to talk about different things. And if you have something you want me to talk about, if you have any questions about Crohn's, please feel free to leave a comment and I'll talk about it. All right, you guys, stay safe. Wear your mask if you can. Have faith in your creator, whoever you believe in. And let's stay safe, people.